All right, guys, we're back. This is video number 3 for learning target 9A. Okay, so this is where I left you. So notice we found the first six terms of this function here, a sub n equals 2n plus 5, by substituting n equal to 1 all the way to n equal to 6. So we're going to do the same thing here, but this new equation, notice the notation, it's f of n. The other one was a sub n, which is basically two different ways to write the rules. Okay, all right, so again, just going through the process for the first two, and then I'm just going to show you the rest. You can check your work. So f of 1 will be when n is 1. Okay, so f of 1 will be negative 3 to the 1 minus 1. Okay, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Please make sure you keep the parentheses there. It's very important that you do that because you're going to have to go ahead and multiply it that many times to the negative 3. Right? Negative 3 times that many times. In this case, it's 0. And from before, we know that anything to the 0 power is 1. So basically, f of 1 is equal to 1. Okay? And when n is 2, we're going to have f of 2. F of 2 is going to give us the quantity of negative 3 to the 2 minus 1. And the quantity of negative 3 is going to be positive 1. Which will give us just negative 3. So f of 2 is negative 3. Continue going. Again, we need the first 6 terms, so we're going to do f of 3 now. As you can see, we're going to get 3 minus 1, so we're going to start calculating multiples of negative 3. So negative 3 squared, or the quantity of negative 3 squared, I should say, is negative 3 times negative 3, which will give us positive 9. Okay, so we have 1, negative 3, 9 in the sequence so far. So let's keep going. We have n equal to 4. When n is 4, we're going to get negative 3, the quantity of negative 3, to the 4 minus 1. So the quantity of negative 3 to the third power means we're multiplying negative 3 times. So when we satisfy this order of operations, multiply from left to right. So negative times negative is positive. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 9 times negative 3 will give us negative 27. There's our f of 4, which is, again, n equal to 4 here. Okay, so we need to do this 2 more times. So you get n equal to 5. So when n is 5, you have f of 5. And you have the quantity of negative 3 is to the 5 minus 1, and the quantity of negative 3 to the 5 minus 1 is 4. So in this case right here, you can multiply negative 3 times negative 3 and so on, or you can just notice that you can multiply in any order since the multiplication. So negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, and same here. So now we notice that 9 times 9 is 81. So we could say f of 5 here is 81. All right. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do the last one. When n is 6, that gives us f of 6, negative 3 to the 6 minus 1. So in this case, I could take a little shortcut. The quantity of negative 3 to the 5th power, we know that to the 5th, it's 81. So we have an additional negative 3 multiplied. So we're going to multiply 81. 81 times what? 81 times another negative 3, because this was negative 3, quantity of negative 3 4 times. So now we just need one more to add to 5. So basically the answer for f of 6 is 81 times negative 3, which in this case is negative 243. So there you go. You just found, again, your first 6 terms of this function. Go ahead and check your work. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions. All right. A couple more example problems that I'm going to give you right now. Go ahead and pause the video after you see the questions to take some time to work on these 3. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and post up the solutions shortly so you can see them. So the first one, again, 2A, 2B, and 2C. Take a few minutes to solve these, and I'll go ahead and show you the answers. Feel free to pause the video at this point. Okay, So since you're ready now, you already tried these 3 problems, go ahead and double check your work. See if you have any corrections to make. See if you have any questions. Please go ahead and ask questions either by email, or I would prefer a Google Classroom so that everyone can see as a class what questions are being asked. And when I respond, everyone can see the same type of responses for the same questions you might have. And if not, I can go ahead and virtually meet with you personally or as a class if you guys would like. Okay, the homework is on page 798, numbers 357, 15, 17, and 19. We still have another video to go, so I'll see you guys soon again. Bye.